Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can be as loud as possible on OBS without blowing out your sound. Note that I'm using Streamlabs OBS as my example, but the things that I'm going to show you should also work on OBS Studio. So the way to do that is by putting a limiter filter in your microphone source as well as your desktop sound. Let's see how that works on my microphone source. I'll just click on this cogwheel icon on the right hand side of your screen, and I'll select filter. And the limiter filter I added by using the plus button and then selecting limiter, and this is how it looks. I set a threshold of -3 decibels and a release of 60 milliseconds, and this is how I sound like. And as you can see on the meter here, if you're wondering, -3 decibels is just about 1 or 2 centimeters from the maximum. And as you can see, my microphone sound, well, it sounds like what you are hearing now. And as you can see also, the volume slider, I can put my volume slider to the max and not worry about blowing out my sound because the limiter filter will take care of the limiting function for me. And that's for the microphone source. And I'll just show you also my desktop sound, which I renamed as AOC Windows over here. AOC just means audio output capture. I'm clicking on the cogwheel icon, selecting filters, and I put in the limiter with the same settings as my microphone source, -3 decibels and 60 milliseconds of release. And that's it. And I can demonstrate to you how it would sound if I didn't have a limiter. Just watch the metering on the right hand side here. I'll just turn off the limiter temporarily by clicking on the eye icon. This is how I sound like without the limiter, and this is how I sound like with the limiter. If you notice the meter just behind, you can rewind this video a few seconds back. You'll see that I sounded just a bit louder, but the problem with that is if the sound signal ever reached the maximum, which is 0 decibels, it could sound very harsh and unpleasant. And that's what's known in many industries such as audio processing or music even as clipping. That's a phenomenon that you don't want in your recording or your streaming actually. And that's it. That's the starting point of how you can be as loud as possible on OBS without blowing out your sound. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe, and you can also find me on Twitch streaming. I'll give you the link down below. And one last thing is, on my microphone source, I set up several other filters here like compressor and gain. I won't be talking about these in this video, but I will provide you my settings for those in a file that I will link down below. That you can also you're also welcome to experiment with and see if it can help you with your mic sound. And that's all. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your settings.